Thank you, Dr. Bach. And let me once again congratulate you on receiving the university's highest honor awarded to a faculty member, the Outstanding Professor Award. Your record of superior teaching and distinguished scholarship exemplify the true meaning of the Outstanding Professor Award. A brief summary of Dr. Bach's contributions as a scholar, student mentor, and role model for others, and as a campus leader may be found on page 8 of today's commencement program. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Bach. Also, I would encourage you to read today's commencement program, where you'll see the many outstanding accomplishments and contributions of the Cal State Fullerton faculty, students, and staff. In addition to congratulations, I also want to say thank you. Thank you to Dr. Bach and to our entire faculty. You have my utmost gratitude, admiration, and respect. Without you and your teaching, mentoring, and support, none of us would be here today wearing these gowns of accomplishment. Cal State Fullerton is in the business of providing opportunity and takes seriously its mission to enhance student access and success. Today's graduates and thousands of Cal State Fullerton alumni achieve their educational dreams and attain personal and professional success thanks to the efforts of our faculty. Would all of the faculty here today please stand? I also want to say thank you to the thousands of friends and family here with us today, investing in you, our graduates, celebrating this milestone and your success. Family and friends, your support, encouragement, and guidance made a difference. Thank you. I would like to ask our graduating students to please stand, turn, and thank your family and friends for all they have done for you. As some of you may know, these are my first and last commencement remarks here at Cal State Fullerton. In 3 weeks, I leave to become president of Cal State Dominguez Hills. And while I look forward to joining my new campus, Cal State Fullerton has been a rich and rewarding part of my life for the past 16 years, and I will miss this place and the people here tremendously. But Cal State Fullerton has an outstanding new leader starting on June 11th. Dr. Mildred Garcia, currently president of Cal State Dominguez Hills, will be taking the helm as president. Dr. Garcia has a simple but profound belief about educating students. She says all of us are educators, the faculty, the staff, the volunteers, the family and friends, and I agree with her. I know she looks forward to joining the Fullerton family of educators and continuing our tradition of providing a high-quality education for our students. I would be remiss, of course, if I didn't thank the person most responsible for me being here today, and that is President Milton A. Gordon. President Gordon spent the last 22 years of his life leading and building this great university, and it was his support, mentorship, and trust that provided me with the opportunity to serve as interim president at Cal State Fullerton and subsequently to become president at Dominguez Hills. Again, a round of applause for President Gordon and his 22 years of visionary leadership. As I said, this is my first commencement speech, and I have to admit I am both excited and full of dread. After all, who in their right mind wants to stand in front of 30,000 people and talk? And in all honesty, when the CSU chancellor asked me to be interim president, my first thoughts were, I hope I can pull it off. Followed shortly thereafter by, oh man, I have to do a commencement speech. Seriously, that thought alone of having to speak in front of such a large audience was almost enough to make me turn the job down. Let me be clear, I do not like public speaking. I learned many years ago, however, that when you run from the things that scare you, they will scare you the rest of your life. So I often accept public speaking requests, not because I want to, but because for me, every small speech is an inoculation against the fear to having to give a big speech like the one today. I accept requests to speak to force me to face my fears and not be defeated by them. Things you fear are opportunities for victory, for growth. Don't easily pass them by. Today for you, a short, possibly inspiring speech would be a success. For me, the very act of standing here is my personal victory. Why am I telling you this? As I prepare for today's talk, I hope sharing my dislike of public speaking might be something you could learn from. I have sat in your seat getting my undergraduate degree, my master's, and my doctorate, listening to numerous commencement speeches. So I asked myself, what did I want to know when I was graduating sitting where you are today? I wanted to hear an inspiring speech, but most of all, I wanted to hear a short speech. Like you, I had friends and family I wanted to go take pictures with and parties to attend. Short, I will guarantee you, inspiring, each of you gets to decide. Then I asked myself, what life lessons do each of you need to know to help you have an even more fulfilling future? The answer, I decided, is at the root of one of the most powerful statements older adults have always made and continue to make. It is a statement that sums up all of our desires to live life the right way, the best way. The fact is, as we get older, no matter how successful our lives have been, we look back on our life and know mistakes were made, opportunities were missed. The girl that got away because you were too shy. The friendship lost because of words spoken in anger, later regretted but never apologized for. The statement at the heart of what you need to know, and I'm sure you've all heard it before, is simply this: man, I wish I knew that when I was young. A simple statement reflecting wisdom gained later in life that could have been extremely helpful in preventing youthful mistakes and later regrets. Because you are all young, or at least young at heart, I am going to save you from having to wait 20 to 30 years to say, man, I wish I knew that when I was young. I'm going to tell you what many older folks wish they knew when they were your age. And thus armed with this knowledge, you should begin living more fulfilling lives starting today. No need to thank me. I'm the president. It's my job. When I was young, and I'm speaking for people my age, I wish I knew friends and family are more important than material things. You may total up your wealth at the end of your lives, but I guarantee if you do not feel the richness and wealth of having family and friends, you will feel poor. Invest in your careers in the stock market. Make lots of money if that's important to you. But be sure you always invest in your family and friends while you are young. When I was young, I wish I knew not to spend so much time worrying about what other people thought about me. A lot of time, a lot of life is wasted trying to meet others' expectations. Time is valuable, finite. Don't waste it worrying about what other people think or trying to be someone you're not. When I was young, I wish I knew not to put things off until later. I'll call my friend later. I'll go dancing when I lose weight. I'll travel with my family when I retire. My father-in-law was going to travel the world with his wife when he retired. But you can guess the story. She died of cancer before he retired. Neither one of them traveled anywhere, let alone the world. My wife and I travel now. And when we don't have time to travel, we spend time together. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when we retire, but now. Live your life now. It's okay to plan for the future, but again, live your life now. When I was young, I wish I knew fear of rejection or failure is no excuse for not doing it anyway. You don't ask someone for a date because you're afraid of rejection. You don't take on a difficult task for fear of failing in front of others. Then before you know it, you're older, and in your heart of hearts, you know you let the one you really loved get away, or you passed away a really cool opportunity because you were afraid. I guarantee, when you are older, the regret of not doing something you should have done but were afraid to do far outweighs the regret of being rejected or failing or making a mistake on something you did do. When I was young, I wish I knew to let things go, things that were bothering me. Those angers, grudges, failures that torment us are not worth the psychological energy it takes to sustain them. So much of life is lived inside your mind, in stories you make up and treat like reality, in dreams, fantasies, regrets. Regrets, anger, grudges, they take up a lot of room in your mind. Learn to let them go and you will have more room for the life you want to live, the life you're supposed to live, to be the kind of person you want to be. Okay, I'm beginning to sound like Oprah, so I'm going to stop with those right now. But you get my point. Life is short when you are older looking back on it. But as you get older, you realize it's the same distance when you're young looking forward. That's why we wish we knew then what we know now. We wouldn't waste as much of life. We would enjoy it more, experience it more. Despite being one of my favorite poets, when Dylan Thomas writes, "Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light," I think he's wrong. Live a fulfilled life with people you care about and who care about you, free of worry and what others think, and a spiritual direction that works for you. No need to rage against the dying of the light. Enjoy its last rays with few regrets. Live with wisdom. Live a wonderful life. One of my favorite quotes by Hunter S. Thompson says it best. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, "Wow, what a ride." To you graduates, I commend you to this: a life of hard work, great fun, adventure, and chance. Play and battle whichever is appropriate. Get banged up and bruised along the way. Live with passion and grace. Leave a wake behind you. Accept the rain and sunshine alike. Embrace the signs of age, the gray in hair. Follow the advice of Pema Chodron, who says, lean into the sharp points and fully experience them. The essence of bravery is being without self-deception. I encourage you to whoop and holler in pain or joy and to live a life so that at the end, you too can shout, "Wow, what a ride." Well, this is all I wanted to say to you. And again, I appreciate your listening. So enjoy today's ceremonies, and when we're done, get out there and have fun with your life. The past is informative, but it's what you do from here on that matters. Again, congratulations and job well done. Thank you.